back to Frog God Games Sea King's Malice. This is the most fun. These are the greatest players. This is the best time. And let's jump back in. Okay, who are you and what are you playing?
Oh, I'm going. Okay, hi. I'm Cynthia Marie, and I'm playing Kira Nightshade, level 6 Monk Elf.
Hi, I'm Kyle Vogt, and I'm playing Mongor, a level 6 half-orc barbarian.
Hi, I'm Jason Charles Miller, and I'm playing Torpin Tumblefoot, a level 6 halfling rogue thief.
And I'm John Iadarola. I am playing Scuttle, level 6 human warlock, master of the least convincing illusions you'll ever see.
I'm Satine Phoenix. I'm your game master of this very episode right here, right now. And in the very last episode, our friends have traveled for days through the jungle. They've lost Redgar. They've met a gentle giant. They've met a bunch of trolls. And one of our friends, our little halfling, got into an intellectual riddle debate and won. However, Scuttle has now encountered a bunch of crab people. So we're going to begin our adventure. Just when you thought things could not get any stranger on this bizarre and pungent island in the middle of nowhere, 15 or so impossibly strange crab-like humanoids break the surface of the water and walk up the beach toward you. They each bear an obsidian-tipped spear. They stop at least 25 feet away from you, and one, the leader of the group, steps forward and lays its spear on the ground, falls to its knees. It extends all of its arms towards you, pinchers forward in a sign of non-aggression. The trailing creatures then each sink to their knees and bow forward, Craniform heads almost touching the sand in clear genuflection toward you. As they kneel, each places their spear flat on the sand. The creatures themselves appear to be some sort of Craniform humanoid. Each of them bears a carapace of chitinous composition, eye stalks that fixate on your group, bloop, 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 antennae, and a pair of mandibles set to either side of a complementary set of horizontally aligned Malice that constitute the creature's mouths. Yeah, it's a lot going on. Extending outward from the neck of each crab creature is a set of short but large chitinous arms, each of which terminates in a seemingly oversized claw. Below these larger claws is another set of arms. These extend from either side of the upper torso, not unlike how arms extend from shoulders in more familiar humanoids. This second set of similar chitinous arms each ends with a smaller pincher. Creature's torso and legs are covered by the same chitinous exoskeleton that extends to cover their clawed feet. As you try to make sense of what you see before you, the leader shuffles forward, slightly bows its head towards you and speaks. Well, at least you think it's speaking. After a moment, you realize that it's speaking to you in common of sorts. As you listen, you sort out what it's saying. Its odd voice is a collection of rasping sounds and clicks. You are able to make out. You are most welcome, breathers of air. Long have the folk awaited your coming. Please, only your friendship do we want. Welcome to the embrace of the Sea Mother. And with that, the crab creature looks at you, Scuttle, awaiting your response.
Did it look like they were presenting the spear like to give it to me, or that they were just laying it down in like a symbol of nonviolence?
A symbol of nonviolence and humility.
Okay. So I'm going to stride up to the leader, and I'll say, it took us a while to get here, I'll admit. But we certainly don't want any violence with you and your people.
So you are here to save us then, just like the Oracle has said.
I don't know your Oracle, but we are in the business of saving people.
Everybody hears this. You all turn around, and there's 15 creatures all bowing before Scuttle.
Oracle, huh? You were prophesized.
That seems to be.
Hero walks up and just like saying this next to you.
Oh, that Oracle. Yeah, your Oracle.
I would like to determine if like they're being truthful.
Insight.
I walk towards them and walk past them and walk into the water to wash all the gur and gore from the last fight off.
Okay, so you're just bathing in the
No, I'm just literally just gonna walk under the water.
Okay. You walk under the water. Some eyes follow you. But they don't seem to be doing anything.
6.
You feel like they're super, super genuine. Yeah.
I don't think crabs lie. I like to call them. Oh, the Oracle. Yes, we are here to save you. A bit light on the details of what you need saving from, though.
The vile Bakarisa. The vile Bakarisa and the Sahagan.
Bakarisa, could you describe her?
It is the king of the Sahagan, who come and take our children. We must sacrifice.
So Hagen, yes, we've dealt with these before.
We've killed a few of those.
They're no friends of ours.
The Bakarizan?
Bakarisa.
How recently have you seen this person?
We have never seen the Bakarisa, but the Simada has said that if we are patient, then you will come and you will save us. And we will not have to sacrifice our families.
Have you seen this woman?
Ooh, and all the eyes are.
Yes, she was taken.
By the
She,
Bakarisa?
no, to Sahagan,
Taken where?
out to the ocean. They usually take our children that we must sacrifice. But instead, they were here during one of the exchanges.
The exchanges.
In the water, is there any semblance of like a village or kids or camp or anything down there?
So you walk into the water and it's shallow, 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 and you walk pretty far, and then boom, it just drops to depth.
Okay.
You can see that from. All right, so you just keep going in, and you can breathe underwater.
That's right.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Sure.
All right, so the rest of you.
Well, they must have some sort of secret base or something out in the ocean, and that's where Malice is. That's where we need to go.
When is your next delivery of your children?
It is, well, we don't know what to do now because they didn't take our sacrifice. And now maybe bad things will happen unless you save us. But you must come to our temple. You must come to our temple, please, and speak with our priestesses.
I'm very afraid to ask this question. Where is your temple located?
All the eyes turn back into the water.
Dun, dun, dun.
Can we breathe down there? If we get there?
Can you breathe down there?
Well, yeah.
Air, is there air down there?
There is air. It is low tide.
We just have to get there.
Yes,
Just don't want to waste these potions.
Fair.
it is fast time. You get there in fast time.
How fast?
Very fast.
Hold our breath fast.
I don't know. I don't know what.
Do we have to go under the water?
Yes,
I'm out.
we will escort you. We bring peace.
They're still on their knees.
And pieces of me is what you're going to bring.
Maybe
They actually all bow further.
I noticed Mongol is gone. Maybe he can hopefully is
Hopefully what?
investigating or something. You can probably determine how long it will take us to get down there.
That
See
still
if we
does
can hold our
not
breath or
help
not.
my problem here.
You've got a necklace where you can breathe underwater.
And it's nice still water.
How?
Not like the ocean. Much nicer here.
See, I can walk on land. I sink in water and die.
Now you don't die, you're going to breathe.
Think about it this way. We're going to a temple. Priestesses. Fix your leg.
You're still not seeing my problem here.
Roll a history check.
Oh, hey, that's lovely. That is 21.
Your necklace will allow you to breathe underwater.
Okay, so I can breathe underwater. I knew this.
She
However,
cares about that.
huh?
So I don't think she cares about that part.
No, not at all. No, I'm still stuck in a space. How do you move?
Mondor could carry you.
He's gone.
He'll be back. He's always back. He always comes back.
I'm not liking this idea at all.
No one understands better than I the fear that comes with going in the water. But we'll be protected. They seem quite deferential, and we might find out what we need to know to find our payday.
So we're going to the abyss of our death. Excellent. Okay.
No abuse, no death. We will help you so that you can be like above water as below water.
Oh, you're very sweet.
We have been preparing for your return to help us.
So you have a way we can breathe underwater.
Yes. We have been waiting many generations for you.
One moment, please. I walk away from the group and literally just like, I'm gonna like punch like the air like so many times. Like, okay. I return back.
All right, back in the depths of the water. So you go down and you are swimming.
Yeah, I just
Okay.
took a look, see what was around.
Many caverns.
Okay.
Beautiful coral. Beautiful. It's salt water. And there are lots and lots of caverns. There is not a direction that says one of them is the one to go down.
If there's nobody like floating around down there and it's all like that, I'll just turn back.
And your friend comes bloop, 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 out of the water.
She always comes back.
Oh. Okay. Where are we going?
To our death under the water.
Well, all things die.
It's time to face it.
Noted.
But are we going to water?
The crab people need our help.
Your priestesses have healing spells.
Yes. You need
Don't
healing.
Don't you want a new leg?
Yes.
Two of us have injuries that need to be tended to.
Oh, we could help with that. Yes.
Where are we going?
You might find a new red.
Sometimes it helps if you just dive in. Don't think about it too much.
Dive in.
Mm-hmm.
How do you dive?
Just hands first.
Where are we going?
We're going to their temple.
Where's that?
Underwater.
Underwater.
But not far.
The one that you just came from.
They said
You
they,
don't want to go?
she hates water, remember?
But now the necklace is good for you.
Yes, I understand, but I still don't know how to swim.
Oh, I'll bring you. Pick her up. They're walking towards the water.
She's not a pool toy.
So the priestess stands, like she has this staff. She stands up and she begins to turn, and the rows of them that were behind her, they all stand up and they turn, and the whole lot of them, like the mini army, just and they go into the water.
Wait, put me down. Put me down. So dive.
Dive.
Okay, I'm gonna try to dive and like totally just belly flop.
It's shallow water. she goes, oh,
This is not how this is supposed to work.
She really does not know how to
You
swim.
know how when you jump and you do handstand?
Uh-huh.
Do that in water.
Oh. So I do a handstand, like legit just
So you walk into the water doing a handstand,
Yeah.
and you can breathe, and you were walking in, and suddenly your arms go in front of you,
Yeah.
and now you're kind of swimming backwards, but you can figure your way. Kind of,
Got it.
you're like everyone else goes in, and they're swimming. You join. Yes, you guys join.
Can I breathe?
Oh yeah, you can
I can.
breathe. She can breathe.
Two of us can. Unless we take our potions, but
Do you hold your breath, or do you?
yeah, hold on, breath.
I'm gonna hold my breath. I trust the lobster folk.
Okay.
Crap.
Crab folk.
All
Sorry,
right.
that was racist to me. Crab folk. Species.
Okay, so roll a d20, add your Constitution modifier.
Yay.
9.
19.
9?
9.
Fantastic. So the two of you look at each other.
I could drown.
You're like, we got this. And you submerge yourself. The crab folk have moved forward. They're definitely guiding you. Mongor, you start swimming, and right next to you, really fast, backwards, going like this, because she figured if she can paddle with her hands, using maybe a key point or something, she's zooms past you and is kind of eyes backwards and paddling and catches up with the crab folk. And they take you down into a cave cavern, and you go down, and everyone seems to be doing good except for Scuttle, whose eyes start closing, and everyone roll perception checks except for Scuttle.
17. Natural 20.
Ooh.
Sharks.
18.
Sharks.
Okay, you all see that he starts floating.
I'll swim over and get him.
Okay,
I got a 40-foot swim speed, so.
fantastic. So you grab him up, the crabs come up, and you just you start coughing up a lot of stuff.
Crabs.
Oh yeah, how are your crabs doing?
The crabs, going underwater, when I started to drown, I could feel it. I could feel them crawling over the folds of my brain. Yeah, you can scratch, but you can never cure the itch.
It's so terrifying.
I can just crack your skull open once or twice.
Once, please.
All right, so you guys all come up, and the crab folk are waiting for you. 2 lines of 7 crab folk. They're all their pinchers, and at the end is the priestess, who with her staff taps it twice, and then bows for you to follow her.
So we went under and then came back up into air.
Mm-hmm. This is low tide.
Does
Drip.
it fill up with water on high tide?
Yes. Dripping wet, you find yourself standing in a dark and damp subterranean cavern. The walls seem to be made of the same volcanic rock that is everywhere else on the island. The air feels heavy, bearing a humid and sharp saline ocean smell. You cannot help but notice all the crab folk of different sizes who approach cautiously and curiously from behind the rows. They do not seem threatening at all. If anything, they appear reverential. The priestess gestures for you to follow her.
Start walking after her. Wave at the people.
There's
cough
one.
up some water and then compose myself and follow.
There's maybe a mother with a child, and the child waves its little pinchers. You guys continue down, passing it's beautiful in here. Lots of different shades of coral, colors of coral, little homes kind of tucked into the walls. And you make your way all the way down. As you approach what seems to be the very end of the warren, a final cavern mouth stands open directly ahead of you. The priestess slows her pace, and you slow yours to match. While still moving forward, she bows her head slightly as she enters this unknown cave. Entering, you are greeted with an even stranger sight. This roughly oval cavern is approximately 40 feet long and 20 feet deep, and is a place of great significance to the crab folk. The far wall is covered with a series of paintings or murals. Looking closer reveals that these images are a series of depictions of the subjugation and enslavement of the crab folk and what they have suffered at the hands of the Sahagin. The panel shows Sahagin slaughtering crab folk, with crab folk of all sizes being let off in bondage. They show images of apparent sadness with the crab folk with their heads bowed, standing around bodies of presumably dead crab folk. The final panel shows something completely different. It appears to be an image of a ship, and on that ship are sailors hewing and hacking Sahagin apart with swords and axes. Looking then to the left of this last mural, and at the highest point in the room, there lies a 3-step dais topped with a statue of some sort of hewn out or dark black stone. Kneeling at either side of the statue are 2 crab folk, their heads bowed in apparent reverence. As your group fully enters the cavern, both kneeling crab folk take notice of you. They stand up And they lower their heads. And the priestess, she's more elaborately dressed than these two, but they are very similar to her. And she says, I am very rude, so sorry. My name is Jixrex. And this is Sogren and Tati. I did not catch your names.
I'm Mongor.
Mongor, and they all Mongor.
Kira.
Kira.
Just scuttle.
Just Scuttle.
Torben Tumblefoot.
Torben Tumblefoot. It is an honor to have you in our home.
I like it.
Gaze around reverentially.
So,
You know what it sounds like in here? You're like looking. It sounds like when you hold a seashell to your ear and that like beautiful, hollow, warm home feeling washes over you. Something you've never felt underwater. So this is it's the first time for you.
okay.
I understand you need some Sahagin taken care of.
Yes. You see, we are very concerned. We have many respects for your kind, and it was very concerning how many moons ago they took your people. They took 4 of your people. 1 looked like the picture. However, 2, they passed away, and they were taken as well. We think that they're taking them to be eaten
By them or by some other?
by the king.
Uh,
Slaves or food. We hope for only slaves. But they take the dead too, which is very concerning.
I walk over to the last mural, the one with the ship with the people fighting the Sagan, and I'm going to point at it and say, there was a battle like this not long ago. But we think that some gigantic sea creature attacked the ship as well.
We don't know about those things. Only we know about these vile creatures.
Couple of things. First of all, 2 of our companions are in need of healing. I understand that some of you may have some healing abilities. We lost our healer along the way.
Oh, absolutely. The Sea Mother's blessing will heal everyone.
And then
Good deal.
along with that, thank you very much. Is it possible that we could maybe, one of your healers could accompany us on our journey to the Sagan outpost?
There are very few of us, and it is not in the Oracle's prophecy. Only your kind can go and save us. We must protect each other here. But we will give you many powers.
Powers?
Yes, so that you can survive.
This prophecy, does it say anything about where this battle against the king is supposed to be?
Yes, at the tooth.
What
in
is the
city.
tooth?
In the Sahagan city. In the big tower, the tooth.
The Sahagan city wouldn't happen to be underwater, would it?
Yes, because Sahagan. And they look at you like, duh.
Duh.
But you will be very safe with our ritual.
Be safe with their ritual.
It sounds better coming out of their mouth.
And the other 2, they look at you. And one of them turns around, and much like what they have this beautiful coral piece around their head. They bring another one out for you. They seem to recognize that you are different and more feminine than the rest. And they put a small coral crown on your head.
Was this
What
pretty?
color would you like it to be?
Green. Like jade green.
Oh, okay. So you have this beautiful jade green coral crown on your head.
So cool.
Little pearls. And then you look into the wall, and looks like there's gems and pearls in the wall that surround you.
Before we help you on this quest, we are curious. The island that your city is in the middle of, we've noticed some strange behavior with the birds here. Know anything about that?
What is strange?
They seem magical in some way.
Listen to enhance magic or duplicate it in some way. Remember that? You cast fly on yourself and then you flew and he flew.
Ah, the spell parrots.
Yes.
Yes.
Spell parrots.
parrots.
Yes, you must be very careful around them. They will cast your spells.
Oh, they make the spells just like they make the voices.
Yes, they mimic. Yes, they mimic your spells. I remember this, yes.
I should capture one of those.
Maybe.
It is not always good.
Fascinating.
Interesting. Okay.
So the other two, they take their leave. They go to another corner that has a platform on it, and there's like vials and plants and all these things, and they start mixing up stuff, and they're crunching it, and they're and it's like they're in the middle of creating their ritual.
Mhm.
Like definitely you actually Scuttle might know, not really know, but this definitely feels like the beginnings of something magical.
Magical. Okay.
Yeah.
How attached are the pearls and gems in the wall?
They're pretty attached.
Yeah, so I was trying to think of.
Mongor, this is a sacred place.
Remember
One-
all the
I was just looking.
One just walks right next to you and says, "The Sea Mother has many gifts.
Oh, where do you get them?
She gives them to us.
Could we have some?
You will like these." She points to one of the pearls. It's like that big.
Oh,
Yeah, that looks pretty.
Oh. She walks over to another area and puts her hand in a small pool and picks up one that's not as big, but black. She
Thank you. I could throw this really hard.
No.
looks and goes, she's trying to calculate what that means.
Sea Mother's fastball.
This is a very holy time. We are very, very happy that you are here. Do you have questions?
So you want us to save you from the Sahagin. So kill the Sahagin king. We have to save Elisa. I have a feeling they're in the same spot.
I think it's time for regime change.
Why didn't they just kill her?
I mean, they could have. We don't
They
know if
always
she's
do
alive or not.
They always just kill people.
Maybe she knows something,
No, they took people from the ship too.
but they were also torturing some for information, it seemed like.
Yeah, but they always do that. But why didn't they just kill them? Why did they take them?
Does Redgar have anything in his journal that might suggest any sort of research of this?
Judgar, he doesn't have the red anymore.
Right, Gar. You're right.
Was there anything about the Sahagin in the journal?
They're,
Um,
they're doing something.
are there any clues or weaknesses or advice you might give us?
Oh, be very careful of the jellyfish. The jellyfish are ways to capture.
And other than Sahagin and jellyfish, what can we expect to find in their city?
There are many things in the depths. Somebody escaped. One of our crab folk escaped. And he said there were many things down there. There is a big arena, so they capture large creatures, make them fight.
That's why they were capturing them.
Mhm.
They also-
underwater gladiators.
That is one part. It's a very big city.
They like sharks.
But he also said they are slaves, and also said there is very something strange with the king and his new queen. Maybe she's feed him different information, and now he captures people.
Who is this queen?
I do not know.
Do you know if she's a Sahagin?
Yes.
You were thinking it was a laser.
Yeah, sorry, me too.
Down that road.
Do you have anything?
I have pearl.
Anything else to contribute?
Nope.
Okay. So we're both injured here with 2 bum legs. Is there anything you could help us with?
Oh, yes, the ritual. The ritual.
Perhaps later, before you go on your journey, then you can speak to a friend who escaped. And then you can ask him questions.
That would be quite helpful.
Okay.
Now, the ritual. Who would like to partake in the ritual?
What's it do?
It helps you. It helps you survive underwater.
Oh, okay. I like that.
Oh, good, good. And she brings out these chairs that are shaped like beautiful coral chairs. These have been saved for you. So it's a little bit too small for you, Mongor.
Kids furniture.
Perfect for me.
I make sure
Couch.
since it's really like a temple template, not to break the chair. Make sure I
You feel it kind of give, but the coral seems to catch you as you do that. And you, after settling in, you feel like there's no way that you're going to hurt this. Okay, so the 4 of you sit there and you hear this hum, this beautiful humming, singing that you've never heard before. Something very strange and enchanting about it. Seems peaceful. And each one of the crab folk, there's only 3 of them there, they come to your left. They do this like strange like dance in front of you and this odd humming that almost sounds like it would make more sense if it was underwater. And there's these little shells, and inside the shell is a black liquid. And they all come across, they hand it to you. Doop, doop. And then one has a larger one for you.
I had worse.
Bottoms up.
drink it, or do we smear it on?
You drink it.
Okay, cheers. I'm already drinking.
Yeah.
And they, as you're drinking it, they start chanting. And you settle in.
Raw crap.
What you hear as you guzzle this strange, it's almost like, it smells like urchin and fish and something that would taste really good to a sea creature, but the opposite to you.
Mhm.
And you hear them start chanting. And you hear the clicking, clack, 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 clack. You must live. I'm sorry. You must die before you live. Drink deeply and drown in what is she. Swim, larvae, swim. To the sea mother you must join. Hatch, reborn, and perfect. You must die before you live. Drink deeply and drown in what is she. Swim, larvae, swim. To the sea mother you must join. Hatch, reborn, and perfect. So you, as you're chugging this black, stinky liquid, that is what you hear. And after your first swallow, you gag as your stomach roils in response to the noxious beverage. Then you feel a moment of panic as you realize you can't breathe. The 4 of you sit back and attempt to start breathing. And the air is just not hitting your lungs. And then you get this sensation of feeling very faint. And that's the last thing you remember as the darkness washes over you. And you fall into a dream. And in this dream, this is a shared dream. However, you're each experiencing it by yourselves. You're falling backward into an abyss. And then lurch awake, but you don't have any arms or legs, and you're writhing and wriggling, and you look around and there's other creatures writhing and wriggling around you. And it's dark, but you have an idea of what this looks like. And then the world falls away into darkness. And you lurch awake, and suddenly you have these little like paddles. Your hands and your feet are little paddles. And you look to your left and your right, and you're in a swarm of other creatures with little paddles and shells on their back. And you're getting pulled through the tide, through and around. And in front of you is a school of fish that dart into the darkness. And you get pulled back into this other school, and darkness happens. And then you lurch awake, and you're floating slowly, like you've been floating for centuries. And you look down, and there's cracks in your fins. And you look over, and there's a beautiful whale just floating next to you. And your heart is at peace. And you fold away again, and you are on the sand. And it is hot, and you're tired. But you sit there and you watch as some creatures play in the distance. And you listen to the waves just crashing onto the shore. And your eyes slowly close, maybe the last time. And then you lurch awake. And you're back in your body, coughing violently, but you're completely dry. And you're here with the crab folk. You look around, you see each other, and they're all staring at you. And suddenly you have this feeling that your lungs are acting a little bit different, and your hands are kind of web-like. But you can you shift your thought process, and all of a sudden your lungs are gasping for a type of air, and then you go back to normal, and you can breathe normal again.
Ooh. That's different.
I had that dream again.
Whales.
It was the whale.
Oh, you already.
Huh.
Feeling more confident now?
I'm not quite sure, but
It is different.
huh.
All right.
So they actually guide you to a pool, and you see that there's like where the walkway was to come here, there's little pools that seem to be dark really fast. And they say, please explore. So you go down, and you seem to be able to dive really deep, and you feel the pressure around you as you're going super fast, like twice as fast as you normally could. And you shift your reality, and you take a big, deep breath of salty water. And it feels like it's almost like you've been waiting for this kind of fresh air. And the pressure of the depths start to shake you, and you switch your reality, and you can move freely.
Anything around? Just tunnels?
This is just a bunch of tunnels.
I pop up out one hole. This is fun, and dive in another hole.
Okay. Do you guys want to practice?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys each dive in. Do you want to dive?
Oh, I'm gonna do a backflip.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So acrobatics.
Okay. 12.
You do a backflip. It's not a terrible backflip. It's a nice backflip. You go to do it. You kind of second guess yourself at the end, but you commit to it anyway.
Yeah.
And she splashes into the water, and you guys follow?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to kneel down next to one of the pools and stick my head in and test the breathing. And once I can switch over, I'm just going to flop into the water.
Fear happens to you. It's kind of something you can't help down here. But once you get to practicing and you get that peaceful, like, it's almost like you're part of the current as you're breathing, and you flop in.
Do a cannonball.
You see as you go in a bunch of little crabful kids come up to the side and you see them waving in. And you're all swimming and you're practicing, figuring out how to use your new paddle hands.
Swim over to Turpin. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can. Perfectly.
I'm
Can
gonna
you see in the dark?
Do we feel warm enough? And also, I want to use my new web fingers. I want to poke at my leg to see if the hole is still there.
Yeah.
It is not there.
Hey.
Matter of fact, you haven't felt any pain.
Sound legs.
You haven't felt any pain about it at all. You almost forgot about it, realizing that you can breathe underwater.
Anything special with the crown, or is it I'm just a pretty, pretty princess?
You feel real pretty right now.
Excellent. Oh, pretty.
So you guys do some swimming and kind of practice. And you come back up, and it looks like the priestesses are there, and there is a gentleman crabfolk. And she says to you, "This is Sanso." He bows to you.
So,
It is a pleasure. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Are you the one that escaped?
Yes, it was very, very lucky.
How did you escape?
I escaped. It is embarrassing. I escaped through garbage.
It's not embarrassing.
I was trying to kill myself,
Oh.
and it is a very bad place. The things that happen there are terrible, which is why we are very, very happy you are here. But I went into the garbage hoping that it would incinerate me. Instead, I found a tunnel and I walked through a grate.
Sanso, we want to make sure that no crab folk are ever brought to this city again. We also want to find one of our friends, but we hear it's a really big city. How are we going to find the king?
How we get that grade?
Oh, let's go to my home. Let us come. And he leads you to his home. And there it's about like 10-foot ceilings. It's actually a lot bigger than you might imagine. The way that everything's kind of stacked next to each other, but it's really deep. And you guys, there's like little seating areas and you gather. It says, it is a very big city, and there's a big tower called the Tooth. Now, things are kept in there. The captives are kept in there, and they are fed to the king. It is believed that the king will eat them and make them more powerful so that he is respected by his god.
how long ago did you escape?
It's been weeks.
Was this woman there?
I do not know.
We all look the same. You.
Yes,
Yeah.
except for you.
Oh.
That you are a small version of them.
So how do we get to the grate?
Oh, the grate is actually very far from the tower, but you can go from the top of the tower. It is called the
Oh.
Tooth.
We could swim to the top.
Swim to it.
Yes, but there is an arena inside,
In the tooth.
in the Tooth,
At the bottom or the top?
in the middle. Yes,
Does the king go to the arena often?
yes. But the people that are captive and get eaten are in the lower level.
Mm-hmm.
But the only way in is through the top.
Oh,
Would you be able to guide us to the
I will
areas?
never go back. I will never go back, but I will make a carving for you.
Understandable.
And he goes and he takes, there's like a rock, and he starts, and you just see little flecks of things coming off of it. And he's given you what looks like a cross section of what he thinks is the inside of this long tower.
Edward Crab Hands.
So,
Oh. Okay.
Is it close enough for us to swim?
You'll swim for a very long time, but you are part of us now, so you will be okay.
Oh, okay. Do we want to tell the boat where we're going?
Oh, you mean above? Probably not.
No, not to have them go there, so they don't know. They won't leave us.
Well, I don't imagine they're going to leave us if we said that we're going to get Elisa back.
I don't know.
Right,
don't trust the
there is-
captain?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Maybe we should go back there and just tell them what
We
we've
thought-
discovered.
On the way.
Do you have any way of communicating with the world above?
No, we are very smart. We do not communicate with the world above. It is too complex. We are trying to keep our people safe.
We could just go by on the way out.
Yes,
We can swim fast.
Oh,
we should do
right.
that.
We gotta get the rowboat and take it back.
Well, maybe we can just swim there with our super
it's their
fish
rowboat.
powers.
But it's their rowboat.
Just be very fast because the feeding. He eats a lot. He's very big.
We just go and get the boat and take it back.
How are we going to transport Elisa?
She's underwater somehow.
We could use your amulet.
Well, I suppose you're right.
If she's feeling down, maybe a crown.
We could pick up some gems on the beach when we go get the rowboat.
How far away is this Sahagin city?
It is very far.
All right, so
I walked for miles.
what if we get our ship within a safe distance so that they're not really detected or seen by the city, but close enough so that once we go in, rescue Elisa and get her out, we've got somewhere to take her so that we're not just in the middle of the ocean.
We could do that. So only we tell them that they might get attacked by the Sahagin.
Well, I think they know that anyway, because they already have been.
Yeah, but
They're sailors, they can take it.
They didn't take it very well the first time.
A few of
I
them.
didn't take it very well the first time.
Me either.
No, those were mirrors.
Oh, that's true.
Do we want to take the boat then?
Sure, yes.
If we think we can't trust the captain, to just wait.
So you're saying we take our rowboat back to the ship?
And tell them we'll be back.
I think we get our ship closer to where we're going. If
Okay.
it's
I agree.
days away or very far, whatever that means, crab. I don't
It
know.
is a day. Fast swim.
Mm,
And we can always come back for jewels.
Yeah.
And the rowboat.
or we can grab a few jewels on our way, hide them in our cabins.
Yeah. Take yours now. Can we come visit you guys again?
It would be my honor. It would make so much honor. And he's
We can come back when we get a boat.
So that's our plan.
okay. So you guys now have these super underwater powers. Super underwater powers. And you explain to the crab folk what you're doing, and they are clacking with appreciation. And they give you a direction and about how fast you'd be swimming and how long that would take. And a very, very specific crab language that takes maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes to kind of figure out what the comparisons are and then communicate that with them. But you guys do, and they point you in that direction.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So you make your way back. You go back the way you came, or you're going around the island now that you can swim in the water.
We're on the island.
To get
Get to the ship.
right, are we going to grab our rowboat
Yeah,
though?
we're by the ship.
Okay,
Yeah, so
right.
just swim around, get the rowboat, take it back, take some gems off the ground.
As you're going and swimming, you feel that there are safer areas. You almost like feel the ripples in the water. Like you feel maybe there's a shark coming over here, and you notice it. Like it kind of senses you, like
Fishy senses.
an aqua sense. And you make your way around. You pause. You go ahead, and you do have an affinity for oysters. And you stop at a bed and you crack them open and make your way to the boat, the Zephyr,
Mhm.
and your boat, and the Broken Long boats. And you go back to the Bounty to explain.
Mhm.
Okay, So there you go. You rode back without Gar.
Hmm.
Oh, things we missed.
Jace is up there. And she's, welcome back.
Jace.
I mean, welcome back.
Hi, James.
It was weird. Jace.
Don't tell anybody I'm actually nice. I have to keep my
All right.
my facade up. Things have been a little odd since you left.
Speaking of odd, we've had quite an adventure. But we think we know where Eliza is.
She doesn't know what a sure hands.
Okay. No, I'll be like, you've had quite the adventure.
Oh my
We're
goodness.
sea people now.
I see people all the time.
That's a nice crown you got there.
Thank you.
She's the queen of the sea.
What?
Remember those little pets you had?
I have no
when
idea
you were
what
a
you're
kid,
talking.
but they turn out to be shrimp.
What?
Anyway, that's us now.
It's a halfling thing.
There's parrots on the island, too.
Did you find her?
No, but we know where she is.
We think we know where she is.
We think we know she is.
And we're worried that there might not be much time to save her.
What's happening?
She's in the Sahagin city.
Oh God, there's things they don't take prisoners.
Have you ever heard of the Tooth?
No.
Then we know where there's a place with a bad city that we should go save her.
Okay, let's go get her.
Okay.
Great. So our idea is to take the ship close, but not too close, so you don't get attacked by Sahagin. Drop anchor.
Yeah.
We swim down there with our super fish powers, crab powers, and we
Fish crab.
and
Don't ask.
It's a
What?
So-
gray area.
We do have one other slight problem. The captain probably doesn't want to go anywhere near where his sister is at. Is there a diversion that we can create that maybe suggests otherwise going to rescue his sister?
Tell the captain
He's
anything.
been drinking a lot. He's kind of been in a mood.
Just throw him overboard.
You got-
I'd appreciate you didn't, because then I wouldn't get paid.
Fine.
How do I-
understand.
How do I drink underwater?
I honestly couldn't tell you.
So he's drunk and
I know.
Well,
How?
We get little wineskins and put them in there and just squeeze it in your mouth.
So you think we should move our potions over to wineskins?
Oh, that's a good idea.
That's your idea.
oh,
It was.
well,
Sort
let me, I'll go to the kitchen and get you something.
I was just gonna
Right.
taste some beer.
Also beer.
I don't think
Good call.
potions work if you mix it with beer.
No, I was just gonna taste some beer.
Oh, I'll get you one.
Yeah.
And she leaves, goes down to the kitchen, waits, it takes like 5 minutes or so. She comes back with a couple empty water skins. Well, how many did you want?
I've got 2 potions. We've also got the superior potion. You 2 have 1 potion each, and you got 2 potions.
Well, I've actually, I got
No, I
one-
gave
yeah.
him one of my potions.
Yeah.
I only have one.
So you've got 2. So that's 3.
No.
1 breathing and 1
Well,
healing.
yeah, then you have the 2 water, but we don't need the water breathings.
Right.
Okay. Oh,
Unless you think we're gonna find somebody who's not gonna have.
just in case.
But that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
and we actually picked up a healing potion from
Yeah.
the treasure.
That's what I said.
Mhm.
Right.
Take
Okay.
Healing potion.
Yeah, he did that all without looking at anything.
Potion of
Yeah.
Fine.
13.
Oh, 10 minutes later.
Barrel.
Yeah, she's like,
And-
I'll rinse out a bunch of them, but here you go.
I want to ask you a question, and this might sound a little bit odd. Just
She
covering all of our bases. There's been no sign of Redgar since we've been gone.
We
I thought he was with you.
Yes, he was with us.
had the flower.
Yes, I was just worried that he was being
He ran
copied
off
and
on the
not
island.
replaced.
No, the flower killed him.
Again.
What?
The big evil flower.
Turns out he was a doppelganger.
What?
I was just worried that the doppelganger.
Wait a
had
second,
copied
you
him
said he was
and
with
not
you.
replaced him.
Well, he was with us, but we don't know if that was him or if at some point in our long journey a
So-
doppelganger took him over.
He showed us its true colors, and well,
It was great.
Oh,
Yeah,
dear.
gray and a little bit of red.
disposed of him, I suppose.
But yeah.
Eaten by a giant.
Are you saying there's another red guard?
That was my worry,
It
but
could
apparently
be.
not.
When you're back, could you kind of give us a list of the things on the island so we know what to change, like to take notes of in case you want to go and pillage it?
Of course,
No.
sure.
Be nice to them.
What?
Well, the beaches, they can take the gems off the beaches.
There are gems on the beaches?
Here.
Well, we don't actually know if it's good to take off the island completely yet. We're still in the vicinity of the island, so potentially the magic that you may have detected is still viable on there. However, we have not gone very far away from the island, so you could go kaboom.
I go in here.
Huh?
Oh, you mean you think this will explode?
I don't
I
know.
don't know anything about that. If you
Strange
have any
theory.
explosives, it's not what we want on the ship, so if you
I
can just
don't- not
kindly
sure
keep
where.
them away from the ship.
Speaking of booms, there's some weird birds.
Yes.
Be
So
careful
it's-
with magic.
There's parrots.
Magical parrots that duplicate your spells.
Oh boy.
The typical parrot
Look.
thing.
Let's do what we were all paid here
Yes,
to do
yes,
first.
sorry,
Then
got
we'll find the
Gems in the
later.
eyes, as they say. So, all right.
There's also big like lizard things with lots of teeth.
What?
And
Trolls.
monsters. Yeah.
There's a
There's
giant,
an
too.
18-foot tall giant with a
He's
12-foot
nice.
spear that's depressed.
He's very
It's you don't want to go down there, believe
Maybe
me.
that's
complex.
why
It's
nobody's charted this.
Could be.
that, and the ships always seem to break.
I don't think anyone's survived enough to be able to document it.
It's dangerous.
Anyway, we are burning time.
Exactly.
We're-
She might be in
we're
his stomach.
safe.
by now.
The city to the tooth.
So, the ship, do you think it's fixable?
Oh, the other ship.
Yeah. You can fix it. You have to fix the mast. The mast was snapped in half, so you're gonna need a big tree or you have to splint it a little bit.
All right.
But
Okay, well, maybe we'll, some people get off here.
the
And,
cargo is all
Right, you
floating
might be able
around.
to.
And you can get the copper ore, but the grain's all messed up.
all right, so why don't you figure out where we need to go, and then I'll go get a team to go and fix the other ship.
Okay.
It's a very expensive ship.
You can at least tow it back to where you need to go.
Exactly.
Did you get the directions to this?
Yes, I do. It's on this carving here.
I'll go to the cabin with the maps and go, okay, so this way.
Okay.
Or wrong one. Where's my skill? For 15
What are you rolling?
navigations.
I was like, you just started rolling.
Yeah, let's figure out my max.
Fantastic. You feel like you know exactly where you're going. So, and away team goes, and away you go towards that area. So, you get to the area you're supposed to. It takes about a day, almost a day, 3/4 of a day. Your ship moves very fast. And there you are. It stops.
The idea is it's a safe distance away,
Mhm.
so that they'll be safe.
That was long enough for us, no?
Yep.
Long rest.
Mhm.
Great.
Do you have a spare anchor?
Hmm?
Do you have a spare anchor?
For us,
No.
We'll be fine here.
Spare anchor.
Hmm? I figured we don't have to swim down if we just jump down, hold on to an anchor, it just goes.
Oh, not a bad
We've
idea.
got these great crab powers. Sure, that will suffice.
it would show honor to the crab god to use the gift they've bestowed on us.
Just slow swim down. Swim.
I don't know. I was swimming pretty fast when I was practicing.
Mm. And we might want to enter at the top of this tooth. It might not be that far down.
It's the ocean.
Well,
The only way we
why
can
don't
enter
look?
is at the top.
We don't have to go. I mean, we can swim up at the top.
Fine, we'll look for another anchor.
Just ask a question.
I don't know how many anchors this ship is equipped with.
No, I see.
I wasn't
Yes,
given
fair.
an
He
inventory.
used the anchor all the time. I asked if he had an extra one.
Oh, but it's a weapon that he summons magically. I don't even believe it has any actual weight to it.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
Oh, God.
What?
I
Let's
think
go.
Mongor is getting antsy. He wants something to punch.
Bunch.
Find you something things to find.
There will be
Sure.
things. Yeah. Do we want to get in the water and look and see if there's signs of the city from the top?
Yes.
Sure.
Walk to the edge.
Boom. Boom.
Yep.
Mhm.
Bumping in.
Boom.
Bumping in.
The four of you boop in and you swim. You look back and you're swimming really fast, actually. Super fast.
See?
And
Faster than an anchor.
you're going into the depths, the deep, dark, dark depths. You look back and the light and the ship above are getting smaller and smaller, but you turn around and you're going forward. And you can see down here. How do you feel, Scuttle? You're going into the depths. Remember those depths?
Yes. Yeah. So not only do I have all of those memories, but basically every time I've touched water since then, it's gone poorly for me. Bitten by sharks and I've almost drowned. But I do have the blessing of a strange aquatic god. And maybe that god is strong enough to counter some of the negative influence of my patron and the history I had with my patron.
All right. So you guys continue down and you're going super deep, but you have a sense, more of a sense of where you're going than you expected, because the way the ripples and the sounds are hitting you, your aqua sense is tingling.
Are they little circles going up from my brain?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, they're coming towards you and you feel the ripple against you. And you feel and almost smell like hunter pheromones. And they're coming from, say, north. But like deep north. So like down and also north. We are now three-dimensional, four-dimensional,
Sign of,
multi-dimensional.
we see signs of,
Not yet.
No light, no
Let's follow-
creatures.
let's follow those waves.
Use
you
the
follow
strange
down.
senses.
Down, 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 down further. You're going to the depths. You know how deep the ocean is, but the three of you had no idea how far down this ocean goes. Luckily, you have that aquan warmth because you all feel the depths pressure and the way it holds your face, and then the fear, you shake the fear and you feel at ease again. But you keep going down further and further where these waves, these sense is telling you something is coming from. And what you see are swimming away from you are Sahagin, but kind of on patrol are these sharks, but they're wearing this face armor.
Ooh, like masks.
Very intricate, kind of like the Sahagin armor that you've seen before.
Are their mouths still able to move?
They're not at the moment, but you have to get closer to find out.
But it's not like I'm saying it's not like covering it like a muzzle. It's not like a muzzle.
Right now, all you can kind of see is the top.
Can we sneak past them? Interesting. Avoid them.
Okay. Roll stealth.
Okay. 22.
It's a 9.
22 as well.
23.
Apologies in advance.
So it actually takes you a while because you realize, well, first of all, this one's splashing all over the place, just kind of making big waves. But you as a unit figure, you go grab him, figure a way to move and maneuver so that you're moving with the current. You guys are super stealthy underwater in the open, which is very interesting. And because you're above them, they're not looking up at you. They're kind of patrolling down, but they definitely are moving in a formation. And you see down where the other Sahagin are, they're also moving in formation. And they're moving towards something. So are the sharks. They're moving back and towards. And you look further, you swim down a little bit and follow them a little, and you see the coral start growing. And you see what little lights. But then as you get closer, kind of like hiding in the darkness of the depths, you see that the lights kind of get vantage point and you see that it's a massive, massive city. And there's little like phosphorescence just glowing on the coral. And in the middle, the whole thing is like with little towers. And then in the middle is a giant tower.
Yes.
Almost like a big stalagmite of coral.
Yeah, if you looking at it, it looks like a row of teeth where this one's the tallest by far.
Any ideas?
The tower.
Yes.
The tooth.
Pass without a trace, perhaps.
Could do that.
Yeah.
We could do that.
Oh, you can make things look like other things.
I can. I don't know how many.
Do you make a big one?
Could you make an illusion around us? Just looks like we're a school of fish or something.
No. Shark.
I mean, I can do pass without a trace if that's really what we need.
Mhm.
But I would like to go in there with a plan, not just swim in there.
Look like a shark.
How long does your spell last?
I believe it's an hour.
Yeah,
And read the spell, please.
Yes. Pass without a trace. A veil of shadows and silence radiates from you, masking you and your companions from detection. For the duration of each creature you choose within 30 feet, including myself, I have a +10 bonus to dexterity stealth checks and can't be traced except by magical means. A creature that receives this bonus leaves behind no tracks or other traces of its passage, and it is up to 1 hour.
Wow, that's cool.
It's really good.
I think that's our
But if we swim close, you make a shark around us. I just think it's a shark.
Right, but then it would attract attention to us, or
The
rather,
sharks.
or
There's sharks.
shark.
I like the way you think, but the issue is that my illusions basically that one targets one person's mind and convinces them that something's there.
Only one?
Only one.
So-
Only one.
So I think that's the way to go. Our plan should be
Do we enter from the top? Work our way down.
Well, where do you think we, Alicia, would be?
the arena's in the middle.
The arena's in the middle. My fear is that if we go towards the bottom, we might be exposed to more Sahagin. There might be more traffic down low than up at the top of the
What
tooth.
about the grate that he sneaked out of?
Garbage crate. You never,
Go
you show us where the garbage crate was. You never showed us where that was. It was too ashamed.
You said the top. So we're gonna go in the top.
So, going to the top, we run the risk of running into the king right away.
No. I think they said the king was at the bottom. But the top was where you entered.
I don't recall. I remember you enter the top, arena's at the middle, and the prisoners and monsters and stuff that fights in the bottom.
It's sort of the opposite of a regular tower, since you can enter it at any point in a way.
Okay. Well,
I'll defer to the will of the group.
I say we go on the top,
You're a smart one.
sneak in, and start looking.
let's go from the top.
All right. So you approach, and this tower is actually huge. You are very, very far away. It looks like it goes into like it's so much a part of it's not Sahagin made. It's a part of the earth. Like maybe there's a vent system or something from the depths. And you get closer, but it's not hot. So maybe it's dormant. And you get close. It's probably 75 to 100 feet in diameter. And you swim closer, and definitely your pass without trace is working. As you see patrols, you see that there are sea anemones, but giant sea anemones, just like almost like barbed wire, just in different locations.
Whoa.
But here there are two very, very armored up Sahagin guarding this entrance. Everyone roll perception check.
Ooh,
24.
5.
12.
14.
Okay. So what did you get?
24.
24. You see that, like, it looks like they're talking, and maybe one's chuckling, and he elbows the other one.
I think we can sneak right past them.
They're right in front of the door.
No. let's just take them out.
Separate their heads from their bodies.
Hey,
Mongor, you want to smash?
Bite?
Mongor
Mongor
smash.
smash. But let me sneak stab first.
Oh, I
they're-
sneak and stash.
They're big.
Huge.
Do they have their masks on?
Yeah, they're super armored up. These are elite guards.
And
They
sharks.
have. There aren't sharks right there that you see, but there are sharks patrolling.
Okay.
Maybe if you made a lot of sudden movements, the ripple effect might affect things. You don't know. It's the first time you've been in the depths.
So, question. Learning about this power. If I were to do I'm still casting Pass Without Trace. Can I pass Silence as well? They're both concentration spells.
Nope.
Okay.
Only one
Just
concentration.
wanted
at a
to
time.
check. Got it.
What if we make it some over there so they go look there and we sneak in?
I like that.
That's a possibility.
Cast a sound, yeah.
Yeah.
Cast a sound.
Use your illusion too.
Okay.
Because you made noises spell.
Mm-hmm.
What sound do you think would work?
Some sort of
Are we saying this in front of these guys?
We're 5 feet from them.
they're just looking at us.
Just checking.
Carrying triggers?
They look pretty dumb. I'll grant you that.
So what's the
Okay,
plan?
Back to it. So minor illusion, right?
Yeah. What sort of sound do we think?
I don't know.
Have we
Right.
seen any weird? Have we seen dolphins around at all?
Oh, natural enemy of the shark.
How about a sea remember that giant sea turtle?
The dragon?
The dragon.
Sea dragon turtle? You could make that noise. They'd be,
I was
They
going to
either-
say you could just make the sound of a dolphin, which is not something that you actually see around here.
I don't think a dolphin's they might just be like, whatever.
Oh, that's fair. Mongor, what do you think? Dolphin or dragon turtle?
Yeah.
Helpful.
Dragon turtle, fine. Good luck.
I actually do think dolphins and sharks. Don't dolphins kill sharks? Right, whites?
I don't know.
They bump into them at least.
I think so. I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna cast a minor illusion, and I'm gonna try to target it. I don't know, it goes like 30 feet, like around the curve a little bit to see if it'll draw them off, and it'll do the sound of sort of an excited porpoise.
How does that sound?
That was amazing.
That's excited.
Okay, so first part of the mission. Minor illusion, porpoise sound on the opposite side.
I'm trying to look. I'm assuming it's a big tower, so it might curve
There's
a little
like an
bit.
open, it's like this. And there's a door that goes in.
Mhm.
And just a door goes in. And they're guarding the door.
Oh, it's on top.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe a little bit down on the other side, possibly. Try.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's what happens over there. You're trying to pull them that way. What are the rest of you doing?
You're ready to sneak in as soon as they leave the door.
Sneak.
Okay. And you have Pass Without Trace.
Mm-hmm.
Got my lock picks ready in case it's locked.
I got my axe ready in case it's locked.
All right.
I have my staff because I'm scared.
Okay. And then you follow them.
Yes.
All right. So that is the plan. And we are going to come back with the next episode
Oh.
at the beginning of this plan. Are you ready?
Yes.
Are you ready? Are you ready? We'll see you on the next episode of the Sea King's Malice.